Two arrests tonight in the murder of another rapper. PnB Rock was shot and killed in front of a lunchtime crowd at a South LA restaurant. But as KCAL 9's Jeff Nguyen shows us tonight, another suspect remains at large.
New court documents are shedding light on the killing of rapper PnB Rock. Gigi Gracia joins us here in studio now with the latest details.
2 years after rap artist was gunned down outside a popular restaurant in South LA, the men convicted of murder and robbery today learned how much time they'll be spending behind bars.
September 12, 2022, a sunny afternoon in South Los Angeles. While folks were going about their day, inside Roscoe's house of chicken and waffles at 106W Manchester Ave, a 30-year-old rapper was enjoying a meal with his fiancée. Little did they know it would be his last. At 1:23 p.m., a 17-year-old kid wearing a ski mask burst in, gun in hand. According to Fox LA court documents, he walked straight up to the table, demanded the jewelry, and fired the first shot into the man's chest. The victim fell back, bleeding, begging for his life. "Don't do this," he said, thinking about his two daughters, but the kid didn't stop. He shot him twice more in the back. The fiancé screamed, but the shooter fled with the stolen pieces, leaving chaos behind. The man was rushed to a nearby hospital, but it was too late, pronounced dead at 1:59 p.m. from multiple gunshot wounds, as per the LA County DA office. His final thoughts? His family, his kids, his future cut short in a senseless robbery. But who was this man? Why him? Let's step back and see how a kid from the streets of Philadelphia rose to fame only to have it all end in a hail of bullets. Rakim Hashim Allen was born on December 9, 1991 in Germantown, Philadelphia, a rough neighborhood where survival was the first lesson. According to the famous People biography, his father was murdered when he was just 3 and his uncle when he was 15. Raised by his mother in poverty with 4 brothers, Rakim knew hardship early. He spent time in youth detention centers and even lived homeless as a teen, experiences that shaped his music with raw honesty about struggle and loss. By his teens, Rakim turned to music as an outlet. He adopted the stage name PnB Rock, short for Pastorius and Baton, a corner in his hood. Starting with mixtapes, he broke through in 2015 with R&B 3, but it was Selfish in 2016 that put him on the map, peaking at No. 51 on the Billboard Hot 100 as reported by Complex. Blending singing and rapping, he collaborated with big names like YFN Lucci on Everyday We Lit and Ed Sheeran on Cross Me, with Chance the Rapper. Signed to Atlantic Records, he dropped albums like Catch These Vibes, 2017, and Trap Star Turned Pop Star, 2019. His style? Versatile, melodic, speaking to the grind of street life turning into success. Personal life. Rakim was a father to 2 daughters, Milan, born in 2013, and Zuri, born in 2020. He was engaged to Stephanie Sibunhuang, Zuri's mother, and they were building a life together. He loved flashing his jewelry, a symbol of his come-up. On that fateful day, Rakim had flown to LA for work. According to Rolling Stone, he and Stephanie decided to grab lunch at Roscoe's, a spot popular in the community for its chicken and waffles. Stephanie posted a photo on Instagram, tagging the location, though she deleted it later. But the damage was done. Meanwhile, Tremont Jones was in the restaurant and spotted the flashy jewelry. According to LA Times court testimony, he texted Freddie Lee Trone, a local gang member, alerting him to the opportunity. Trone, who was in the parking lot, saw the post or got the tip and decided to act. He instructed his 17-year-old son to go in and rob the rapper. The son, armed with a semi-automatic handgun, approached the table. "Give me the jewelry," he demanded. Rakim tried to protect Stephanie, but the first shot hit his chest. As he fell, he was shot twice more in the back. Stephanie was threatened but not harmed. The son grabbed the jewelry and ran to the getaway car driven by Trone. According to LAPD reports, the scene was chaos. Customers fleeing, blood on the floor, Stephanie in shock. Paramedics arrived quickly, but Rakim's wounds were fatal.
He was a rising hip-hop star from Philadelphia who performed with Ed Sheeran and Chance the Rapper until the artist known as PnB Rock was gunned down while eating lunch with his fiancée. A True Crime News exclusive, never-before-seen surveillance video of the crime as it unfolded. The father and son suspects trying to cover their tracks. Was it pre-planned or a robbery gone wrong? I sit down with the lead prosecutor to get exclusive new details.
He sets it on fire blocks away from his residence and walks back home.
what PnB Rock's fiance, the mother of his daughter, told police after he was murdered right in front of her.
Imagine sitting down for a simple meal, sharing a moment with your loved one, and in seconds, it's all over. A father's last words thinking of his kids. What kind of world lets that happen? The robbery netted hundreds of thousands in jewelry, but it cost a life. Trone and his son drove off, thinking they'd gotten away clean, but the investigation was just beginning. Trone, with his gang ties, as per NBC News, saw dollar signs in the jewelry. He handed his son the gun, though defense later denied it, and sent him in. The son pulled the trigger without hesitation. According to witness statements in court, Rakim didn't have a chance to fight back. As the ambulance sped away, the community started buzzing. Who was this rapper? Why here? The news spread fast on X and Instagram, with PnB Rock trending almost immediately. If this story's got you hooked already, hit that subscribe button. More true stories like this coming your way. Raheem's death wasn't just a loss for his family, it rippled through the music world. Artists like Nicki Minaj and Kodak Black paid tribute, highlighting the dangers of fame in public spots. But let's not jump ahead. The brutality at Roscoe's was the end of one chapter and the start of a hunt for justice. LAPD didn't waste time. According to their initial report on September 15th, 2022, they treated it as a targeted robbery from the start. First thing, they secured the scene at Roscoe's. Blood on the floor, empty chairs flipped, customers in shock. Paramedics had taken P&P, but the forensics team swept in. Bullet casings from a semi-automatic handgun, as per the ballistic report. No gun left behind, the shooter took it with him. Surveillance video was key. Footage from inside showed the 17-year-old entering, masking up, pointing the gun, firing, grabbing the jewelry, and bolting. Outside cameras caught a car in the parking lot 30 minutes before Freddie Lee Trone's ride, as it turned out. The son ran to that car, and they sped off. LAPD traced the license plate. It led to Chantel Trone, Freddie's wife. According to Fox LA, they found the car later, burned out in an attempt to destroy evidence. Arson report confirmed gasoline used, but not all traces were gone. DNA from the car matched the son. Meanwhile, witnesses talked. Stephanie Sabunhuang, PnB's fiance, gave her statement from the hospital. She described the shooter, young, masked, demanding the chains and watch. He threatened me too, she said, per court documents. Other diners confirmed the sequence: demand, shot, grab, run. The Instagram post, Stephanie's photo tagging Roscoe's. NBC News reported it might have tipped off the robbers, but video showed Trone and his son were already in the lot. Tremont Jones, inside eating, spotted the jewelry, and texted Trone. Phone records proved it later. LAPD pulled Jones in first. He cracked under questioning, admitting he tipped Trone off for a cut. According to LA Times, Jones said, "I saw the bling and thought easy money." That led to Trone's background, South LA gang member, per NBC News. He had priors, robbery, assault. His son? Arrested 4 days before for gun possession, but released as a juvenile. That gun? Likely the murder weapon, though defense denied it. By September 28, 2022, the son was arrested in Lawndale. DNA from the scene matched his. He was 17, so juvenile court initially, but charged as adult for murder. Freddie Trone fled to Las Vegas. According to ABC News, he was caught September 29 as a fugitive. LAPD Chief Michelle Moore held a press conference. This was a brazen robbery that turned deadly. He mentioned social media's role, but emphasized premeditation. Community tips helped. Posts from locals pointed to Trone's gang ties. Justice for PnB Rock trended, pushing more leads. Step by step, the puzzle came together. Trone claimed innocence, saying he was at Roscoe's for business, marijuana deal, or beauty shop, per his testimony. As the case built, charges expanded. October 31, 2023, more for Trone, son, Jones, murder, robbery, conspiracy. The investigation wrapped fast, but the legal battle was just heating up. Charges filed, court dates set, but would the family complicity hold up? With the evidence stacked, the DA prepared for trial. But first, the pre-trial hearings revealed more twists. With the arrests locked in, the case shifted from the streets to the courtroom. Charges were filed fast. Murder for the son, felony murder for Freddie Lee Trone, robbery and conspiracy for both, plus Tremont Jones and Chantel Trone. According to the LA County DA announcement on October 31, 2023, this was no ordinary robbery. It was a planned hit that went deadly. Pre-trial hearings started in Compton Courthouse. Judge Connie Quinones presided. The son, still 17, was charged as an adult but had competency issues. A mental evaluation delayed his trial. He's in a juvenile facility. With a status conference on October 2, 2024, Chantel Trone pleaded no contest to accessory on July 16, 2024. Sentencing set for January 16, 2025. She knew about the cover-up, the burned car, the lies, and helped per court records. The main trial for Freddie Trone and Jones kicked off in August 2024. Deputy DA Timothy Richardson laid it out. Trone was the mastermind, sending his son in knowing the risk. Felony murder rule applied. Robbery turned deadly, so Trone's liable even if he didn't pull the trigger. Reckless indifference to human life, Richardson said, per LA Times. Defense for Trone, Winston Mickelson, pushed back. No proof Trone gave the gun or knew his son had it. Trone testified, "I wasn't there, I didn't plan nothing, I didn't hand no gun." He called the crime heinous and his son dangerous, according to CBS News, but evidence said otherwise. Testimonies rolled in. Stephanie Sibunhuang recounted the horror, the mask, the demands, the shots. He shot him in the chest first, she said, per court transcripts. Witnesses from Roscoe's confirmed the sequence. Surveillance video played in court. Trone in the lot, son entering, fleeing to the car. Phone records showed Jones' text to Trone, DNA from cigarette butts and toothbrush at Islam's apartment? Wait, for Trone, DNA from the burned car linked him. Jones testified against Trone, admitting the tip for a cut. "I saw the jewelry and texted him," he said, per Rolling Stone. The son's prior arrest, 4 days before, gun possession, released. Defense argued it showed the son acted alone, but prosecution said Trone knew his kid was volatile. Jury deliberated less than 4 hours on August 7th, 2024. Guilty, Trone on murder, 2 robberies, conspiracy. Jones on 2 robberies, conspiracy. According to New York Times, the evidence was overwhelming. Sentencing came September 23, 2024. Trone got 31 years to life, Jones 12 years. Judge Quinones said the crime showed reckless indifference. For PnB, it was quick justice, but the pain lingers. Sentences handed down, but the story didn't end there. For the family, the community, and the hip-hop world, PnB Rock's murder left scars that time hasn't healed yet. Let's walk through what happened next. Day by day, reaction by reaction.
He was a guest in our community and was gunned down by a cowardly act.
And see what lessons stick out, especially when it comes to staying safe in the spotlight. According to tributes on social media, fans set up funds for the girls, raising money for their future. It's a reminder, these crimes don't just take one life, they shatter generations. The hip-hop community felt it hard. Tributes poured in right after the shooting. Fans held vigils in Philly and LA, lighting candles and playing Selfish on loop. Public outrage grew. Why PnB? He talked about it days before in an interview with ABC 30com on September 14th, 2022. Fellow artists feeling targeted for robbery. It sparked talks on X, why flash jewelry? Why post locations? But many pointed to deeper issues. Poverty in South LA pushing kids into crime, gangs like Trone's pulling strings, changes started happening. Rappers rethought security. According to the LA Times, on October 13th, 2022, experts warned against displaying wealth in public. As crime rises, don't overshare on social media, they said. Artists like Pop Smoke and Draco the Ruler had similar fates. So protocols tightened, no more solo outings, more bodyguards, low-key spots. In hip-hop, it became a conversation, fame's price in violent times. South LA community, shaken. Roscoe's, that staple spot, got hit with blame at first, but the LA Times on September 13th, 2022 pushed back. Let's not demonize Roscoe's, it's a community hub, not the problem. Instead, focus shifted to gun violence and juvenile crime gaps. The son arrested for a gun 4 days before, but released. Lessons? Plenty. Social media risks. One post can turn deadly, as NBC News noted. Celebrity safety, don't be a target, hide the bling. Very routines, hip-hop violence, part of a pattern with complex articles linking it to industry pressures. And juvenile justice. Why was a 17-year-old with a gun on the streets? LA Taco reports highlighted system failures, raising awareness here. If you're in the game or just living life, watch your back. Share locations wisely, support anti-violence programs in places like South LA. Funds for PnB's kids showed community strength. Step up for families hit by this. Years later, and the echo of those shots still rings. A dad gone, kids growing up without him. Is the system learning or just repeating? This story's a wake-up gun violence, feigned dangers, family bonds broken. If it moved you, subscribe to the channel, like, share, spread the word. Awareness saves lives. Let's keep these conversations going.